guys, I'm Seonkyoung guest. Welcome to Asian at Home. And we've been chopping garlic already because I'm in a hurry. You know why? Because I'm going to show you how to make Songtan style Budae Jjigae. I want to eat it like right now. I want it to be done yesterday, okay? So let's hurry up and make it. So I have a chopped garlic right here. This is about 2 tablespoons. And we are not going to add it into the soup yet because in Songtan Budae Jjigae that we had in Korea, Life in Korea series right here, season 3. Jacob and I went to this kimchi in Songtan, that Budae Jjigae restaurant. They added this huge amount of chopped garlic into the soup right before you dig in. Oh yeah, it's amazing, trust me. So I already shared my Budae Jjigae recipe before, but that was more like a Ujeongbu style, you know, more northern style of South Korea. And this one is more like a central style, and it has more thicker, deeper, but simpler flavor and texture. It's just so freaking amazing. So my garlic is ready to go. I'm going to serve this with the soup on the table, and I've been boiling 3 cups of water right here because in Songtan, the restaurant we went, they actually blanch ground pork and some ham into the water first, and that will be the base of the Budae Jjigae broth. So my ground pork is right here. I'm going to slice up the ham how the Songtan restaurant did, which is a little thick matchsticks. So this is a very unique because usually in Budae Jjigae there is spam, not ham. So actually it's a better quality meat, and that's why I kind of surprised whenever I was chewing and I thought that was a spam. I was expecting spam and I was chewing something else and that was ham. It was actually really nice surprise. I loved it, that meaty flavor and texture. So you can use any ham that's available for you, smoked ham, black forest ham, honey ham, whatever ham you wanna use. All right, so my water is boiling. I'm going to drop them to blanch. Blanch the pork and ham for about a minute. Pork doesn't need to be fully cooked. It can have a little red spots and everything because we are gonna finish up cooking the pork in the soup. All right, my pork and ham is blanched. They are good to go. They are not fully cooked, but they are like a partially cooked. And we have a beautiful pork broth. Strain them to get rid of a little this scums and all that. And I'm gonna rinse off this pot real quick. I will put the pot right here for now. It's good to go. And let's talk about the broth because we needed like a perfected this broth first. So you need to make sure this is 3 cups of the broth. After you blanch the pork and the ham, it's still 3 cups because we started from the 3 cups of cold water. It might be evaporate a little bit, so we need to add a little bit of cold water to make perfect 3 cups. Then adding some chicken powder, yes, for the deep flavor. In this short time, we need a little help. So 1 teaspoon of your favorite chicken broth powder, chicken bouillon, and go ahead and give a stir. And don't be surprised when you taste this like soup or the broth. Dude, really? Did I make this deep flavor broth in like what? 3 minutes? Okay, now set aside the broth right here. We need to cut up some green onions. And this looks like a lot of green onions. Reason why the Songtan style Budae Jjigae, they use these huge green onions. But in America, it's not that easy to find. So I'm going to just use regular green onion. But for that large green onion, you will need about 8 to 10 green onions. Yes, that green onion is that big. I'm gonna cut the roots off and then cut in half in lengthwise. Then cut it into 2-inch long pieces and 1/4 of medium-sized onion, the large green onion 대파, and that's like extra sweet flavor. And just this regular green onion doesn't give enough sweetness, so I'm going to add just regular onion, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit to help that little sweet flavor. I'll set aside right here. And let's talk about some hot dog. Oh yes. I'm just gonna slice in diagonal angle. As I mentioned, cheaper meat tastes better. I mean, you can make fancy as you want, but when you're making fancy, it ain't budae jjigae anymore. I'm telling you, budae jjigae is got to be tasted a little cheap, okay? And that is what makes it so comforting flavor. Seonkyoung, what are you talking about? Cheap meat? That makes it better? Why? It's Korean food, why? Google budae jjigae and read some Wikipedia, or watch my previous budae jjigae video. I explain everything. Did I get better at wink? Oh, right, let's start building up the pot. Okay, you need like this shallow pot. And first thing I'm gonna add is kimchi. You can use any kimchi that you can find, store-bought, homemade, doesn't matter, but make sure the kimchi is a little fermented, okay? I'm gonna spread out evenly just like this. And then green onions and onions. It's gonna be so good. Put all these hot dogs around. Oh, whenever this hot dog is cooking in this juice and broth all together, bam, 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 the flavor melts into the soup. Oh, so good. Okay, now I'm gonna sprinkle this ham and the pork. But I'm gonna try to grab ham first because in Songtan style budae jjigae, they actually put the pork in the middle, right on top. So I'm trying to kind of mimic that look as well. Not only flavor, but the look too, because it's all about presentation, guys. Well, not really, because taste is really important too, but taste is already kind of, guaranteed because I'm showing you how to make it Seonkyoung longest recipe. Now we are going to sprinkle 2 tablespoons of gochugaru. If you want more, go ahead and add more for nice and spicy flavor, but I found the 2 tablespoons is just enough. But when I want like a little extra kick, 3 tablespoons will do. And 1 tablespoon of Korean light soy sauce. So we call this is gukganjang, and this is really easy to find at Korean market or on online. I'll put the link down below, so go ahead and check it out. You will need about a tablespoon. You'll need a lot of seasoning here because most of the saltiness coming from the hot dog and ham and all that other processed meat. But I love this Songtan style because it's not as much processed meat. Pour the broth that we made earlier, pour all over like this. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then top it up with 3 slices of good old American cheese. And this is not optional, guys. I know some of you guys like really against to Korean food with cheese, but we are not. We love cheese with our food. So go ahead and give it a try. I kind of surprised because I thought it was 2 slices, and I was like watching all the footage again that we filmed at the restaurant. It was a freaking 3 slices. And Jacob and I was like, whoa, there's a lot of cheese. But you know what? If that's what makes taste like it, then I'm gonna go ahead and do it. 3 slices of American cheese. And this is ready to go. And at this point, what you do is cover, bring it to the table with 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic with a portable gas stove. Oh, and don't forget 2 bowls of warm cooked rice, or 4 bowls if you're sharing a lot. All right, so it starts boiling. We brought this to the boil and let it boil for at least 5 minutes, and that's what the Songtan Budae Jjigae restaurant did. Yeah.
Don't touch the top.
What's up, Smoky? Oh my God, another one came over here too.
They're both trying to get on there.
They smelled it. This is time to add that, this chopped garlic, or full 2 tablespoons of it, and just mix that in. And do not shy to mix all the cheese inside of the soup.
Yeah, it'll make it like kind of creamy and kind of thicken it up a lot.
Honestly, very first time when I had this budae jjigae, when Ajumma just like came and just like mixed like this with all the cheese into the soup, I was like,
because you want that cheesy bite, right?
Yeah, stop that right now. Oh my gosh, I was so shocked. I didn't know what to say, but like I was too late already when I felt it. It's like, I didn't know what to do, but now I know. For this budae jjigae, that's the best way to do it.
Healthy? I'm not sure about that. Worth it? Definitely.
The best part of budae jjigae is every stage, the flavor is slightly different, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because right now, like especially like the garlic, it'll be more sharp. But by the time you get to like halfway through or the end of it, all that garlic is like blended into it and it brings all the other flavors together and it's a super, that umami flavor you're talking about. Like it's just like so delicious. You can't even describe what it is because it's like all that sodium goodness mixes together.
And the rule of this budae jjigae is you do not add ramen right away. You eat first.
So
Make room for ramen.
Smokey's climbing up on the pillow behind us.
That's our dog.
Like,
With a little bubbly jacket because it's quite cold. Jan!
Hot. It sounds funny when you say it though. Budae jjigae. Budae jjigae. Budae jjigae.
We mean like about 3/4 of it. It has a lot of soup left. This is about the time for the ramen.
That's when to go inside. Shin ramen.
It's like exactly the restaurant did. Restaurant give you the shin ramen. I'm gonna add a little water. Actually, let me taste the soup real quick.
And this could
No,
always
it
be done to
doesn't
your
need a
taste.
lot.
Always be done to your taste.
Yeah, it's always done to your taste. I'm like, do, re, mi, fa, so freaking ready for you.
You're such a dork sometimes. That's why I love you. Yeah, maybe I could have cooked a little bit more, but it's still delicious.
Like, I don't even want to talk right now.
I know you haven't been. It's like killing me. This is for 4 people?
We have no shame.
Nope.
I really don't understand something so bad for you, but so good. Guys, if you loved my budae jjigae recipe, the Songtan style, please give us thumbs up. And subscribe my channel for more inspirations and idea of Asian home cooking. Thank you so much for watching us today. And remember, you can always cook Asian food at your house, making it easy and fun. I'm Seonkyoung Longast, and this is Asian at Home. And I will see you next time. Bye!